Are you on?
It's on.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. The whole thing of the matter is man, great judgment is going to be formed in these days to come. You understand? So, yeah, read what you got.
Guys work out that these races of people are going to be set above all the nations of the earth. And the Jewish people are the holy people, the chosen people.
Well, you just said one thing. You said Jewish people.
Yeah, the Jewish are God's chosen race.
But you got to pay attention to what you just said. You said Jewish. So if they're the Jewish people,
no, the Jews. I'm not going to use the word Jews because it's kind of racist. So
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. It's all. No, it's cool. But I'm not against you. But I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying that I always was under the impression that we have to be grafted on the chosen people's root.
Who is the we?
I'm a Gentile, so I've been.
What's your nationality? She might not be a Gentile.
I think I'm from my father's Croatian, coming from Iran and Turkey.
Okay, well, there's a possibility.
He didn't come from Africa. He didn't come from
That's understandable. But the reason why I said you have to watch what you say in terms of Jewish, because when those people call themselves Jewish, what are they saying? Like, for example, if I say,
I'm not part of the Jewish tribe.
no, hear what I'm saying. Now, if I say, look, this brother's shirt is bluish, is it actually blue? No. It's kind of like on blue or brown. So those people there, I'm going to explain to you about those people. Those people are not the Jews. What they are Edomites. Okay.
But they're supposed to be bad according to the Bible.
Yeah, I know, but they're not the Jews. Okay, these people are
Edomites, God had them destroyed.
No, they haven't been destroyed yet.
Not destroyed, but He wants them.
Right.
So what's
The Edomites.
Yeah, but you can't be anti-Jewish. That's the problem.
But they're not the Jews, is what I'm saying. I'm letting you know, my man. Those people are not the Jews. The real Jews, the actual Jews, by nationality standard, is all
the same.
okay, the so-called African-American Negroes, the West Indians, and the Haitians. This is the kingdom of Judah. These are the Jews.
But the American Jews, you got the American Negroes, they come from Africa.
But that's their false name. That's what I'm saying.
Why American?
This is
because
their
I could be from Africa, and, like, in a way, and I could be a Negro. What's America got to do with it?
But you gotta listen to what I'm saying. The reason why I have to say it is because these are the names that our people understand.
When I put Australian,
you have to listen to what I'm saying. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. You can't talk over me. Okay, that's not our communication. You are.
I'm speaking. I just want to hear.
But what I'm saying is the reason why we have this here, because this is what they're being called today based on the location where they're at. But that's not who. Listen.
Would that be the British Negroes as well?
My man. You gotta listen.
Are you gonna let him finish?
I'm gonna expound on what I'm saying. You have to listen. Now, I'm not being rude. You're being rude to me. So that's what I'm getting on you. Now, the people, the blacks that went into cargo slave ships.
Yeah.
Okay, and the West Indian people that went also onto cargo slave ships.
Yes, I know that.
And the Haitians as well. These are the Jews, so to speak. And I'm going to say this as well. Now, you do have Negroes all around the world. You do.
Yeah.
But we can't put everybody on the side, obviously.
So
we understand. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish my point. I'll let you come in. Because we understand that Israel has been scattered abroad. You understand that. But these are the people. But if your line goes back to these people on the side here, which are originally these people, then you're one of us. But if you're not, then you're a Gentile.
I'm Luke 21. Luke 21 and 24.
Yeah.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword,
Right.
and shall be led away captive to all nations.
Right, they shall be led away captive to all nations. That's what the transatlantic slave trade was all about. Go on.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles.
Right, they shall be trodden down by the Gentiles. Who are the Gentiles?
Yeah.
The other nations.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm a Gentile. I know that.
Absolutely. But then again, you might not be, because you got amongst our people that are scattered abroad too. But that's neither there or there. The Lord is going to sift that out by the angels. Okay. But yeah, Read that again.
No, I know that's true. I'm well versed.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, and that's twofold because the Gentiles.
But the Gentiles are an important part of God's plan, as you know.
What's that?
God, the Gentiles is also part of God's plan.
I agree. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But I want to deal with that verse that we just read. It says that. Read that verse again, brother. No, I know you know. I just want to explain it.
You gotta get
ones that are
understanding.
not like that.
No, it's not for him, brother. It's for me. Because I want to show him something as well.
And they shall fall down by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, so that's twofold. We would be enslaved until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And then also our land will be taken away of the Gentiles, which these people here are the Gentiles. So that's
let me just get this straight. Basically, what I'm concerned about is the word Israel actually means arm of God. No, I'm just saying, literally in the language of Hebrew, it means arm of God. That's my understanding. So for me, I'm just saying my understanding is that the arm of God is spread out all through the world and only known unto God. To be called Israel, that's a special privilege, but only God can call someone Israel. Does that make sense? It's the unseen of sight.
What I'm saying, what I'm going to say,
That's my opinion.
Based on that, okay, that's fine. But guess what? We have to deal with the facts. I have an opinion.
I'm hoping to be
This
part of
is gonna be an
Israel.
opinion.
I call myself an Israelite because I'm converted. I believe I'm grafted by God onto the Jewish stock.
Right, but we'll have to wait and see on that. That might not be true.
That's what I live and believe in right now.
Okay, well if you truly believe that, then you're gonna agree with what we're saying. You're gonna take on the true facts. Instead of these churches, because the churches take out the truth more. What a real church, you're gonna find out what a real church.
I believe in the unseen church. I don't believe in man-made.
Okay, well, all right, but I'm just saying, what a real men of the Lord. If you can receive that, go on. You don't have to agree with that or not. You don't have to make a difference. Okay.
So what's the purpose of your outreach here at the moment, what you're doing? Now, I got the impression, not from you guys, but I've seen this religion before. I'm going to talk bluntly to you guys with love. I've seen your religion before in Peckham and this year, and I've seen you preaching. I found that they're very anti-white. Now this has been speaking. This has been speaking to you as a brother.
And they are, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to say. So, do you feel that I don't want
It ain't
to
gonna do
problem.
that.
You don't. What's the issue with the white? With the white?
I'm going to explain. If you let me explain.
I would like to hear that.
Okay, no, because only because you keep cutting me out. So I said.
I don't mean to do that on purpose. I'm a very strong character, Mr. Trodden.
All right. Okay, I'll let you go from that. But we'll explain now.
Yeah.
The way you look has nothing to do with anything. Okay, what has got something to do with is your lineage.
Can you call me a brother? Embrace me and call me a brother.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm holding to say I love you, my brother.
I gotta answer the question.
I'm being honest.
You gotta answer the question. Now you said to me, does it matter about the skin color?
Yeah.
To a certain degree it does because Esau is known by
That's fair
skin
enough.
color.
That's fair enough.
But it don't. But on a whole stand, okay, 90% it don't really make a difference. What matters the most? What matters the most is the fact that does your lineage go back to the people of the company? Now, if your people go back to the company, no matter how you go, guess what? You can be grafted in, no matter what. Your line goes back to the Israelites. You can be grafted in. That's what we teach.
I feel spiritually I've been grafted onto Jesus, and even young children when I teach at school, they say they think I look Jewish. And I feel in myself, let's not laugh, but I feel in myself that I'm grafted onto this. I feel in myself.
This is Psalms 15 and 5.
So I feel I'm grafted. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean,
and I have a love for you.
What does grafted mean?
What I'm saying is, you see, when I look at you,
What does grafted mean?
grafted means like a fruit tree. The tip has been grafted into Jesus' stock. Yeah? So the lifeblood of Jesus and the holy plan for God and for His people are now flowing through my body slowly.
These are Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that I have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
and that's what it all goes back to. he had made a covenant with them by sacrifice. Go on.
And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for the Most High is judge himself.
But how do you guys feel in yourself? Do you feel in yourself that you have, are you growing in love, or do you see love as a false thing? Or do you see
No. Love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, listen, I'm trying to be honest, it's not sarcasm.
It's all right.
I'm not trying to trick you or be deceptive.
No, I'm just a stern person. That's the way I am.
I'm trying to say,
Okay.
like, I look at you guys and I see God's hand of creation. Understand the point? Irrespective of the color of your skin, like banana or whatever. And I say, if God has black people in history have suffered greatly, but for me I see it as an honor. Not personally, but for me, the suffering that you guys have experienced to me is an honor. To suffer for God's kingdom, for His work, is a great thing in heaven. This is my personal opinion. And your reward will be great. That's my personal
Okay, that's cool. I can respect that.
That's my personal opinion.
But you know why? But you know we're suffering. You know why?
You have been suffering. Maybe.
But there's a reason why. There's a reason why. Because we, the Israelites, screwed up against our heavenly Father. We was worshiping different gods.
Really?
Yeah. So when you go into the story of ancient Egypt and the other empires, okay, we was worshiping the Queen of Heaven. Throughout the years when we was in ancient Babylon, we was worshiping the different Egyptian gods when we was in ancient Egypt. So all of that had to be paid back. Right, the Lord cut us down. That's why we went into slavery, etc.
It's St. John 4.
And that's why people, they don't know who they are. They call themselves these names. That's why we have this right here. They call themselves these names, but they're not calling themselves.
So I understand now about the name situation. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's why we are teach you.
It's at St. John 4 and 21.
Yeah.
Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship.
Yeah.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Yeah, and this is talking about the Samaritan woman. As the Samaritan woman, she was an Ethiopian. Okay, but
That was his first meeting with a Samaritan, with a Gentile, and his first miracle with them. Yeah.
right. But what I'm saying is the Samaritan woman she was a so-called Ethiopian. The Ethiopians go back to the people of Cush, or Kuwash, which were the ancient Babylonians. The reason why she believed that she was a Jew or Israelite is when you read the history in I believe it's 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. It speaks about how the Babylonians, the Ethiopians, moved into the land and rehearsed our customs. But just because you rehearse the customs of the people, don't make you act those actions. Okay, that's all it is. But she thought she was a Jew, but the Lord said, "You know."
So in summary, just quickly.
But
so
the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
But who are the true worshippers? The true worshippers are these people on the side. These are the
I
true
believe that.
worshippers. Those that scattered the
I don't look at it through that way, but I look at my own particular journey. When I was a youngster, I'm 53, and I don't look at I'm 53. I'm 53 years. I know because I've had the Spirit of the Lord since I was 16 years old. There was a tent, It said God is love, and it said free cup of tea for a chat. And I went and sat and had a chat, and the man there was being prayed. And from that day, I had the consciousness of belief. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm going to slow you down a bit, right? I want to let you speak. But I want to say this now. If the Lord's dealing with you, and this is how we get down to the bottom of it. If the Lord is truly dealing with you, what is the Lord's name? That's 4:12. But I want you to answer my question. What's the Lord's name?
You wouldn't believe I'm 53, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That's what?
Because I never
Acts
heard
4:12.
anybody.
This is Acts 12. This is Acts 4 and 12.
Yeah.
Neither is there salvation in any other.
This is very important. Go on.
For there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
Right. So what is the Lord's name? Because people say, well, the Lord's name is Jesus Christ. Okay, or Yehoshua. That's not their names because the Lord's speaking the video.
Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but
What's his name?
What's his name? Because you said that the Lord is dealing with you. So if you said that the Lord is dealing with you, you got to prove that
Jesus
point.
said, I am the way,
What
the
is it?
truth, and
First
the life.
Thessalonians.
No one comes to the Father but through me. Is that true?
That's true. That's true. But what's his name? That's what I'm trying to get at. The reason why I'm putting you on the spot because I'm trying to help you. That's what the scriptures say. The scriptures say, try the spirit, by the spirit.
See, I don't want trouble between us. What I'm saying is,
there's no trouble.
Not you. You know your organisation. I felt that they're very. I told you already when I first. This is no insult to you. I feel that somehow you guys are not happy with white people like me. You know, and it comes through in your religion that there's not an anger, but a type of...
You gotta get understanding. You can't just say,
this is not an insult.
white people like you.
Well, we've explained.
No, you explained well. I understood all that, and I accepted it.
Okay, listen.
What you're having anger towards is the false religion, the false belief.
Yeah, but we have that right.
Yeah,
I got it.
sorry.
I got that right. We got that right. Because what did God say? God said in the scripture, He said, look,
you're sick of being told by white people what is the way to go and this kind of stuff.
and it's not only that, but it's the false way. The scriptures say, love the good and hate the evil. So we're supposed to hate the evil.
Well, I understand.
Okay, so we're at one with that.
And they're saying that there's also a belief that they call people like me white devils. Now, what I'm trying to say
Well,
is...
you might not be a devil.
Well,
might not be a devil.
I'm just saying that's a belief out there that we are white devils because of the horrors that were put onto people.
But that's why we call them.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And I would be the same. So, my experience is the same. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, we've already done that.
It's Thessalonians 19. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, do all things.
Right, that's the point. So the Lord is dealing with you. You got to do what the Lord names now.
I just
I'll
Jesus.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Okay, well, I'll tell you what his real name is. His real name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. That's his real name. Well, this is why we out here. To help you out. We're not out here to down you out, we're here to help you out. Hey, sometimes, man, in
How
life...
did you find his real name?
What's that?
How did you find his name?
Because, we was taught by our elders, which the Lord was working with them. And, through the Spirit, I was watching them, and the Lord is on me to do what I'm doing right now. Now, if the Lord wasn't on me to do what I'm doing, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have to come to this together to begin with. You know what I mean? Because me and this brother, we've been arrested multiple times. So, that's just the thing. So what's your question?
What about Jehovah?
Sometimes when I ask myself, why someone they give you because you are different culture, to use the name you are, why not call him exactly the way you just call him?
Well, then that's a good point.
He's Yehoshua, call him Yehoshua.
But that's not his name.
Why would you call him?
But that's not his name. His name is
That's what I was asking. Where did that
Maybe I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. But you know what it is though? But you gotta understand,
That was my question.
Everything dies with the scriptures. You have to understand that the so-called white man, right? Okay, I say the term so-called. Okay, because they were called Edomites, according to the Bible. Now when you read the book of Malachi, the first chapter, if you give me that book of the shop, brother, Malachi, the first chapter, because everybody was made to do a certain thing. Matter of fact, okay, hold that, Proverbs 16 and 14. You know the witnesses are all created all things.
Do you not see your people that have suffered these years, hundreds of years, or thousands maybe? Don't you see a great reward for you in heaven?
Of course.
The Lord Himself will reward you for all the suffering.
Of course, but guess what? He's going to reward the elect. Because the elect
You understand the point? But what I'm saying is, if there is a God, He will
I
reward.
don't believe any of it.
Yeah, but if there is a God, we expect Him to reward for all the suffering instead of injustice. I'm using the word injustice.
As a Proverbs 16 and 4.
Bro, you hold this.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That's my question. I want to ask you.
Okay, that's cool. That's all right.
Yeah, that's why I stopped.
What did you want to shake? You want to headlines first?
Go listen to this first.
The Lord has made all things for Himself. Yeah, even the
Have a
wicked.
lovely day. Yeah, blessed day.
Right, so the Lord
See you guys.
created all things.
I'm going to say
All right,
goodbye
take
to you.
care, man.
God bless you.
All right.
And all the rest with everything. Okay.
Okay, but if the Lord's with you, you can return back and we'll have a
God
conversation.
bless you. Have a blessed day. Yeah.
Because he could be one of us, we don't know. But the thing with you is you got to understand is the Lord created all things for Himself. Even the day of the wicked, the wicked for the day of evil. So the wicked, as we can get. Yeah, all right. So who is the wicked? We're going to find out who the wicked is. It's everybody's name. Everybody's got a biblical nationality and they got a purpose to it. That is earth. You're gonna find out something. That was quick though.
I said Malachi 1 and 4.
What's going on? Yabba Shah.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah.
That's it the Lord of hosts.
Yeah.
They shall build, but I will throw down.
Right.
And they shall call them a border of wickedness.
And that's Esau. So who are the Edomites today? The so-called Europeans. How do we figure that out? Get me Genesis chapter 25 and 21. Because the thing with every nation has a part to play. Like I was saying before. You know, that's why in this today, in this age, in this revival of ancient Rome, as we are, again, what do you have? You have this perpetuation on YouTube about the LGBT and so on, which they've already been doing. They've been doing for the longest. So why does the whole world need to know what they're doing? Why? Because Esau has to promote his wickedness. That's what he was created to do. Okay, he wasn't created to bring out the truth. The people that was created to bring out the truth are the prophets of Israel, which is of your people. Go on.
What you want, the left, right, or the prayer, or the blessing?
The blessing. Get the blessing. And ultimately, the reason why Esau was created, okay, is to fulfill what he's going to fulfill in these days and times. Ultimately, what he's going to, in terms of the nuclear war, is what's the blessing of Esau? We're going to find it out.
This is Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth,
Right.
and the dew of the heaven from above.
Yeah.
And by thy sword thou shalt live.
Right, and by thy sword thou shalt live. By thy sword thou shalt live. Excuse me. So the sword, is it actual sword? No. It's metaphorical. It's talking about any destructive weapon that you're going to have. That's how you're going to rule the earth. Like, for example, in the 40s, I think it was 45 or 48, where you had the Americans, they have dropped their atomic bomb on Nagasaki, Japan. Okay, and then also throughout the ages, you dropped different nuclear bombs and atomic bombs, etc., so to speak, and you're still doing that today.